Hello, Georgia Wellness Summit attendees. It is such an honor to be here with you today. My name is Dr. Danielle McCamey. I'm the current Assistant Dean for Clinical Practice and Relationships at the Johns Hopkins School of Nursing, and I'm the founder, CEO, and president of DMPs of Color. I'm pleased to share with you my presentation, Mission Driven and Legacy Building, the journey in leadership and creating a dynamic and successful organization. So a lot of the talk will be structured around my leadership journey and creating my nonprofit DMPs of Color. So our objectives for the talk today will discuss leadership and wellness. We'll explore how to lead change, and discuss how to create dynamic and a successful organization. First, you must fill your cup. Leadership and wellness begins with self. And I know just the mention of leadership and wellness in the same sentence is somewhat of an oxymoron. However, when I was preparing for this talk, I wanted to put a nice opening quote on leadership, and all of them were centered around selflessness, giving your all to others, and centering service to all, and so forth and so on. And I'm thinking, wow, this is the messaging we're putting forth, that even in inspirational quotes, leadership is centered around sacrifice of self. I mean, we've got to change that. So the first act is finding time just to be. And today we're going on a trip to the beach. So get comfortable. Sit in a supportive chair. Relax your body by releasing any areas of tension, allowing your arms to go limp, and then your legs. Feel your arms and legs become loose and relaxed. Now relax your neck and your back. Release hold of your muscles all the way down from your head, down your neck, all the way down your spine. Breathe deeply into your diaphragm, drawing air fully into your lungs, and release the air. Breathe in again slowly. Pause for a moment and breathe out. Drawing a deep breath in and out. In and out. Become more and more relaxed with each breath. Allow your entire body to rest heavily on the surface, whether you're sitting or lying. Feel the wave of relaxation flow from the soles of your feet to your ankles, your lower legs, your stomach, your chest, your arms, shoulders, back of your head, your face. Now that your body is fully relaxed, allow the visualization relaxation to begin. Imagine you're walking toward the ocean. You can hear the waves. You can smell the ocean spray. The air is moist and warm. It feels pleasant. And a cool breeze is blowing across your body. You begin to walk slowly, bringing one step in front of the other in a slow, relaxing stride. Coming closer to the water, note the brilliant aqua color of the ocean. Walk out on the sand and note that it's very soft and powdery. Take off your shoes. Note the temperature of the sand. Hot, warm, firm. Listen to the waves crashing to the shore. Take in a deep breath and smell the clean salt water and sense of the beach. Gaze again toward the water. Notice it is bright, blue, green. Get caught up in the hypnotizing, enticing waves washing on the sand and then receding back toward the ocean. Enjoy the ever-repeating rhythm of the waves. And imagine yourself walking into the water, feeling the mist of the ocean cool on your skin, being warmed by the sun. And watch the waves wash over you, touch your toes, up to your ankles, as you continue to walk deeper into the ocean. Note how clear and clean the water is. You can see the white sand under your feet. The water is pleasant, relaxing. Temperature is perfect. Now take the time to enjoy the ocean for a few minutes. Now that you're feeling calm and refreshed, walk back out of the water and back onto the beach. Stroll along the water's edge, free of worries, no stress, just calm and enjoying this solitude time. You feel peaceful and relaxed, and allow all your stresses to melt away. And when you're ready to return from this short vacation, do so slowly. Bring yourself back to your usual level of alertness and awareness, but keep that feeling of calm and relaxation and feeling ready to return back to the day. Open your eyes, you can close them, stretch your muscles, become fully alert, refreshed and filled with energy. You can practice this visualization relaxation as often as you wish to provide a mental vacation whenever you need it. Visualization relaxation is a skill that can be learned. The more you practice, the more skilled you become and more effective it will be for you to relax so that you can just be and add some sense of mindfulness and wellness to your day in just a short 3 minutes. Just take a wonderful vacation. Welcome back. So part of filling your cup, you must ensure that you're grounded in your story. It's a way for us to connect with our authentic self and helps you and others understand your perspective on how you see and frame the world. This is critically important because this influences how you lead, and grounding yourself in your story that draws the greatest strength and inspiration, because this will serve as your leadership fuel, especially when moments of doubt creep in. My story briefly was that I was told by my guidance counselor that I would never have any advanced opportunity, no access to college, due to my circumstances of growing up in a single parent family household, being Black, and never scoring over 1,000 on my SAT scores. Thankfully, I had a track coach here, his name is Coach Bill Stearns, that saw my potential and spoke to my strengths and gave me the knowledge that I could use those circumstances that my guidance counselor was boxing me in to my advantage to gain access to college. And so I took this advice and ran with it and went on to get my BSN, my MSN, and my doctorate, and on merit scholarships at that, and with various grants. So this is my family, my high school coach, and all the schools that I went to. So building your tribe. Mentors are the literal keys of success in life. That's it. That's the answer to the $1,000,000 question. I've been fortunate enough to have mentors throughout the various stages of my life. And a couple of key things to consider is choose your mentors wisely. Seek out those that inspire you. One point that I didn't recognize or realize was that you can have more than one mentor, and you should have a variety of mentors that serve different aspects of your life. Soak up their knowledge and wisdom. Experience is always superior to the books. So take notes when you're interacting with mentors or as you're building your tribe. Foster a connection. When you're building your tribe and connecting with mentors, it's mutually beneficial when you create genuine relationships that make the relationship much more fruitful, dynamic versus transactional. I think that what happens with communities of color, and I can speak to my experience, you have the talent, you have the intelligence, but we just don't necessarily have the community, the network. We just need an opportunity. Once we get someone to basically sponsor us or provide us an opportunity, we take hold of it and we just go. I want it to be a place where we become the voice that elevates nurses of color that have their doctorates, and the significance that that carries is huge. When patients see providers that they can identify with that look like them, they're more likely to have increased trust. They're more likely to adhere to their patient treatment plans. They're more likely to be motivated to take care of themselves. So remembering your why, again, adds to filling your cup. Mission-driven is the only way to be influential and effective. Know your why. Why do you aim to inspire? My why is building a community that creates opportunities for DNPs of color in order to diversify doctoral nursing practice. And this will advance progress toward health equity in all aspects of healthcare. In this snippet, I share some of my passion around my nonprofit and some of the whys as to why it makes sense to have a group that focus on nurses of color with their doctorates within healthcare. And this collage is proof of a lot of folks that are in our community. This is the class of 2021, newly minted DNPs of color from different universities. And we highlight their accomplishments because just the significance of being a person of color with a doctorate, we are literally saving lives just by our existence. So leading change. The people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Me break. So feeling some degree of imposter syndrome at least once a day. And I know people have the committee in their brains that are always reciting, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm doing it. And so the phenomenon of imposter syndrome is real, especially in leadership, especially if you're what I call mission building, legacy building, and changing the game. And when you're infiltrating new places and spaces and trailblazing, this imposter syndrome sneaks up on you. And I looked up a couple of definitions, and I like the one that came out of a Harvard Business Review article where they describe it as a collection of feelings of inadequacy that persist despite evidence of success. Imposters suffer from chronic self-doubt and a sense of intellectual fraudulence that override any feelings of success or external proof of their competence. They seem unable to internalize their accomplishments, however successful they are in their field. High achieving and highly successful people often suffer, so imposter syndrome doesn't equate with low self-esteem or a lack of self-confidence. So finding ways to combat this through affirmations and surrounding yourself with your tribe that lift and build you up constantly is important. So the leadership keys, again, authenticity represents one's true nature of beliefs, true to oneself, to how you identify yourself. People want to know who they're dealing with and what to expect. Being authentic in every sense of the word helps foster connection through a shared vulnerability and strength. It also helps you to stay grounded because you operate in the energy of who you really are. And that makes life so much easier. It makes you so much more of an effective leader. The next key is accountability, which is the obligation or willingness to accept responsibility for your actions. Following up and closing the loop, completing tasks, foster trust and accountability. People want to know that they can depend on you, that you're going to get stuff done. And most importantly, transparency. So operating in a way that's easy for others to see what you're doing, how you're doing it. So fostering an environment of openness, communication, and accountability. People want real talk. They want clarity. They want honesty. And being transparency, again, fosters trust, which in turn creates connections and ultimately influences your impact and productivity. Get aligned. Your passion has to be your focus. And when you start aligning yourself with your passion, that's when fully alignment begins and you're able to establish your sense of self and center it around your vision, your purpose, and your goals. And for me, this was outlined here with my nonprofit DMPs of Color. So when you start aligning, you can start allowing, and allowing creates room for your talent and your expression of your passion. And people will be attracted to that. And before you know it, you'll have an entire following wanting to help build, create, contribute to the success of your passion. Mobilizing the people, choosing your team wisely and understanding that people will come, but utilizing them according to their talents and matching them up in the areas of the mission that resonates with them the most. And this is by far the most effective way to maintain engagement and productivity. No one wants to be assigned to things. Talk to your people, connect with them, find out what part of the mission excites them and what skills or resources they want to contribute. Diversify your team. Diversity is so important. I know this is a buzzword that's been buzzword for today, yesterday, and all the days, but diversity and being intentional, not just on the surface, but visual, from experiences, geography, education, influence, social capital. This will help substantially enhance the innovation, creativity, and help your organization thrive, especially when there's diversity of thought. Building communities. So focusing on how to create the organization, excuse me. Identifying a problem. So with my organization, it was critically important to identify a problem so that I can start shaping the mission, the vision, the goals, and how to build from there. So it's critically important to find that problem. And in this case, the lack of diversity in nursing at the doctoral nursing practice level, and examining the evidence and creating the case that proves the need and solves the pain point of this problem. So again, just showing more data as to why the lack of diversity is a problem in nursing, specifically in doctoral nursing practice, more data. And so representation matters, a diverse workforce matters, and there's so much power of inclusion and belonging. And again, speaking to the validity and the credibility as to why my organization has been impactful and influential. So looking at facts and validation, combine all the facts and create your stance as to why your organization is relevant and its impact, and the impact and how it will make to solve the problem you've identified. So just kind of recapping, letting your passion become part of the solution, finding ways to lay the foundation, so focusing on your mission, vision, goals, collecting, creating space for the right people, your right tribe, you're celebrating your trials and triumphs, navigating the paperwork and politics. So we have to get through all of that when building organizations as well. So creating opportunities, focusing on the impact. And for us, our impact is inspiring nurses, empowering professionals, and transforming nursing practice. Again, digging deeper into impact. So define and document your impact. Details are in the data, and the data quantifies your impact. Your impact fulfills your mission, and your mission will help build your platform for you to get money. No money, no mission. And so this is just a snapshot of some of the things that we do to impact within our organization. Leadership and building dynamic organizations can be difficult, but it is extremely rewarding. So as I kind of come to a close, how are we mission driven? What is your mission in life? If you don't know, I encourage you to reflect on it. Legacy building. What will be your legacy? What will people know you for? What contributions will you make? How will your leadership in the organizations that you're building or influencing or being a part of will make an impact for others? And so in closing, I'll leave you with this quote. You can only become truly accomplished at something you love. Don't make money your goal. Instead, pursue the things you love doing and then do them so well that people can't take their eyes off of you. It has been a pleasure to share this time with you. Please get in contact with me. My name is Dr. Danielle McCamey, and I can be found on Twitter at Dr. McCamey. And feel free to email me anytime. Thank you again, and have a wonderful rest of your summit.